And what is your relation to Terrell?
So Terrell is my older brother. He's one of seven, one of six now.
And then tell me a little bit about Terrell. Who was he?
Terrell was, of the seven of us, he was the pillar of forgiveness. He was a protector. He was a shepherd, really, of everybody because you could do no wrong in his eyes. He had an infectious personality that if you were mad, upset, whatever you were feeling in terms of upsetness, distraughtness, distress, he would dispel that. When he came around, his presence was infectious. And he had an aura around him that you could do no wrong, really. Like, his presence set the tone for how the day was going to go. No matter when he showed up, however he showed up. He couldn't even be mad at him. He'd be like, Terrell, you're not supposed to eat that food. Oh, well, it was good, so let's make some more. Let's go get some more. And that was really him. He was of the seven, he was our embodiment of like forgiveness and jovialness and kind of hope.
And then, do you have any specific memories you want to share about him, or maybe something he liked to do?
Terrell liked to eat. He liked to eat for sure, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter what was labeled in your kitchen. You could write your name on it, and Terrell lived with me for a little bit, and I wrote my name on it. It said, "Do not eat Terrell." Literally, I specified, "Do not eat this," and he would come in and be like, "Oh, I didn't even see your name on it. I just went ahead and I had a little bit of it. It was good though." Like, Terrell, this was Benihana's. This was my leftovers, you know, and my fondest and some of my favorite memories of just him understanding that you cannot be mad at him. And that's like one of the best gifts in life, is if you can go throughout life, and that's what Terrell really, like, his embodiment is. I can go through life and you can't be mad at me. You won't be upset at me. I'm gonna be like, hey, 3 o'clock in the morning my car broke down, I need you to come get me. And you'd be like, dang it, Terrell. Are you sure? He'd be like, I know, but on the bright side, you're at least early for work.
So he's a protector of his siblings, but not their food, exactly.
Bingo. Oh yeah, most definitely. You had to put your food in the set. It couldn't go in the fridge. Food got to go in like the closet or something.
Obviously, he brought a lot of light to your guys' lives.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing right now?
Learning to cope with it.
Yeah, for sure. It's shook everybody to their core, and it's tough because you never anticipate it just being so sudden, and him being gone without really any answers. Like, we reached out, and we got the 6 degrees of separation, so everybody knows somebody, and everybody goes through their channels to try and find information or figure out what's going on or who did what. And like, we reach out to the police, we don't get no information from like the investigation or really any answers. And for somebody being gone so sudden and it just being swift, like, and to have so many questions and so many people hurting and feeling like just sadness and sorrow, and not to have nobody to give you any answers or guidance, that's the toughest part. It's just not having nobody to be like, hey, help me, because all we're looking for is help. At this point, it's help me.
I would say, what have you heard from police in the last few days?
We haven't really heard it from anybody. We had to call a medical examiner to find out.
Nothing.
And he was supposed to have a natural burial. They gave him an autopsy and embalmed him.
From the police, nothing. As my mom said, there's supposed to be a level of communication. How you can have a news article and release his name in the first 3 hours.
Without our permission or anything.
That's neither here nor there. You release his name, but don't reach out to like his next of kin. Don't identify nobody. Don't tell nobody anything or any information. And then in terms of moving forward, don't say, hey, we're gonna do this process. Hey, we're getting ready to perform this autopsy, when the cause of death was
Already
blatant. Like, you don't ask best wishes or anything. It's kind of feel like a second-rate, a bystander, more or less, like watching as things and stuff is getting done without any input in Granted, that's his mom.
And none of us has seen him still.
It's our brother, and you have his name plastered everywhere, and you know you didn't identify our cousin that also passed with him, and he has a name too. You call and get his name, but don't say, hey, we're releasing these guys to kind of your care. What do you guys prefer us to do? More or less just like, oh, hey, there's this thing, we'll let you guys know what's going on, and then go dark for 48 hours. Don't tell us anything. So like there was a clip from a traffic camera. I watched it. You could see the whole clip before they actually scrubbed it. They scrubbed it, but I watched it. So for them not to say nothing to us, like you watched that, and like that's how does that benefit anybody? That doesn't do nobody no good, no justice. It doesn't help nobody. So it's just more or less for them to go out the way that they went out, to be more or less killed, because a lot of people say, oh, you know, I'm sorry to hear that your brother died. My brother was killed. My cousin was killed. They were killed by somebody that was, you know, maybe in an accident on their behalf, but still there's nobody to, that's the hard part. There's nobody to blame. It's an accident. But there's somebody to take ownership. You know, they didn't get killed by imagination. They didn't get killed by a car that just came out of nowhere.
Somebody has to be accountable.
Accountability. Like,
I was going to say, what do you know about, I guess, the potential suspect in this case, and what do you want to see?
We don't know anything about him. We don't even know who he is.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you want to see happen? What are you hoping for on that front?
I hope that they are,
The ones that fled.
I hope that they're brought to justice, and I want them to be held accountable more than anything. There's accountability. We're big, especially in our entire family. There's six of us now. There are 6. There was 7. I want the person responsible for making it 6 to be held accountable.
I was going to say, when you talk about him, you talk about being a protector. Do you feel like it's kind of your guys' place now to find justice for him?
Yeah, somebody got to protect the protector. And that's my job. Somebody got to be the light. Somebody got to be the one that forgives. Somebody got to do the thing. That thing's going to have to be passed along. It's got to be kept alive. His memory's alive. Him and my cousin, they're both alive. Because you got 6 people, that's not going to let them burn out. Their flames are going to burn, it's going to burn bright. And we just want the person to know that did it. It's more or less for closure. It's like, it's a thing for right now, because it's just a mystery. And we don't hate you.
To run, you have no regards for
We
anybody
don't.
else's life to run.
We don't.
You're not turning yourself in, you're not saying anything.
It's not hate,
you are
it's
heartless.
pain.
You killed 2 people and ran, and you're not turning yourself in. You have no regards for nobody else's life. At least be a decent person and turn yourself in. Hold yourself accountable, if not anything. Just know, I did this, I'm going to take responsibility for my actions. Don't run from it, because running from it is just going to cause even bigger problems.